Court orders the arrest of ex-minister Farouq over absence from trial. Okay. This ex-minister now is also a lady. I don't know, most of the ladies that have been in position of powers, they are always doing something wrong. Like almost all of them. In fact, both the women and the men, all of them the same. You think that the female will be better, but the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, on Thursday ordered the arrest of former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Sadiya Umar Farouq, for failing to appear for arraignment. Imagine. The trial judge, Justice Jude Onwuebueze, issued a bench warrant for arrest after the prosecution informed the court that the ex-minister had repeatedly failed to attend proceedings. What is she feeling like? Like an ex-minister, like they can't do anything to me. I'm not going to go, and nothing is going to happen. Because how can you have appearance in court and then you decided not to go? It is these same leaders that will be breaking the laws, breaking the rules and regulations of the country, and then they act like, oh, nothing is going to happen. The court also ordered the arrest of a permanent secretary in the ministry, Bashir Akali, who is standing trial alongside the former minister. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission is prosecuting the defendant on a 21-count charge, bordering on alleged criminal breach of trust, abuse of power, office, and diversion of public funds. I know that one must be there. That diversion of public funds must definitely be there. I don't know. All of them the same. The SEC alleged that the funds involved amounted to about $1.37 million away from these people and 748 million naira. At the resumed hearing, counsel for AFCC Rotimi Jacobs San told the court that the defendants were granted administrative bail and served with the charges. Why? Why did you bail them in the first place? And that is why she doesn't want to come to court again now, because somebody is being accused of stealing $1.37 million and 748 million naira, and then you get granted an administrative bail. I'm sure it's because she was a minister or ex-minister. I don't know, this special preference that they are giving to politicians in this country, it needs to stop. They need to start facing the consequences of their actions so that citizens will know that, oh, if I also do this thing, I'm going to get punished for it. But our leaders are doing it and getting away scot-free. People too will do it now. Look at diverting money, doing anyhow. And then you have a appearance in court, you refuse to come. Jacob said the defendants were granted administrative bail and were duly informed of the charges against them. If somebody stole that kind of money, why are you bailing them? Why? If na person thief 10 naira now, you lock that person up and sentence that person to probably life imprisonment. But since these ones are ministers, they are in position of power, and you grant them administrative bail. For what? However, they are failed to appear. Why would they appear? Before this honorable court for their arraignment, they are coming. Further told the court that efforts to secure their attendance had proved unsuccessful, adding that only one of the defendants was present in court. The prosecutor also drew the court's attention to the failure of the former minister to return her international passport after being granted permission to travel abroad on medical grounds. I don't understand. Can you hear the rubbish? Who are these people? So, somebody committed an offense. First off, you granted her bail, which you were not supposed to grant her. Secondly, before you granted her bail, you were supposed to seize her passport. You did not seize it. She now told her that. She now told the people that she wants to travel abroad on medical. What happened to the hospitals in Nigeria? Why can't she get treated in Nigeria? Why must she travel abroad? She don't jump her for now. I'll be waiting remain. She has, I don't understand this country safe. You granted her permission to travel abroad on medical grounds. What happened to all the hospitals that we have in this country? She cannot go to any one of them. I beg. The first defendant has failed to return her international passport, then she's coming and she'll come and give it to you. After traveling abroad on medical grounds, and no medical report has been presented before the court to justify her absence, Jacob stated. Counsel to the defendant, Abdul Ibrahim San, however, attributed his client's absence to ill health, and that's what all of them will say. Once you catch them stealing money, or you catch them doing things that they're not supposed to do, they'll start telling you they are sick, they have ill health. Now that ill health, I will later buy all of them, and urge the court to consider an affidavit deposed to in that regard. He further prayed the court to allow him to produce the first defendant in court in a period of 6 weeks. 6 weeks, long. But Justice Onyebleze rejected the request and granted the prosecution's application for a bench warrant. The judge said, in view of the failure of the defendant to appear before this court for the arraignment, the application of the prosecution is hereby granted. The court subsequently ordered security agencies to arrest the defendant and produce them in court for arraignment. The matter was adjourned till May 18, 2026 for arraignment. Farouq served as minister under former President Muhammadu Buhari between 2019 and 2023. Imagine. Thieves. Thieves in places of power. It is people that granted her bill that are even annoying me. And then you granted her bill, you give her her passport on health grounds so that she can travel abroad. This country, there's a lot going on. I'm telling you, it's just somehow. It is well. Listen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.